We're at the stage of the game where we can put some white in here on the water. So I'm going to start off with some white, a touch of Hooker's green, in this case sap green I think it is, and a touch of blue, ultramarine blue. Add it into the side here.
I like your tree. You like trees? I said I like your tree. Yeah. I can't see.
Like what?
He said, I like your trees, and I thought he said, I like trees.
Alright, so look, I'm trying to flatten my brush here now. I've got a little flat chisel brush, okay? And what we're going to do is we're just going to lightly scuff in. It's too much. This is not flat enough. This is why I go so I'm uptight about my brushes being chiseled back in. Just going to go in here and just touch in here and there. Horizontal lines. And you don't want them all the same. This is just going to indicate movement of water. Okay? If we didn't do this, then the water would look stagnant and not moving much. Okay? Stale, yeah. And it wouldn't hurt to put a little bit by the rock here, so it looks like it's hitting the rock every time it comes in here. Now, I'm visualizing there's a waterfall right there, okay? I don't know if you can get in closer to see this. That section right here, if I kind of curve my brush, that's too much on the bottom, there you go. Okay, it looks like it's going to fall down, and then I can put a little bit of water in the bottom here, so it looks like it's splashing up, and then just go back into making horizontal lines again. If you hit it too hard, just take your finger, lick your finger if you want to, and just wipe it out. So the whole process now is going in here randomly with different size lines, some thin, some small, but not all horizontal. They're all horizontal, but not all even, that's what I meant to say. This is plain water here, so I'm not going to put too much over there. Might get a little bit of water rippling off the side of the rock. Might get some here too. So there might be a little bit more white up in here where the water's rough. And then it might start to ease down in here and fizzle out more. So my finger is on the board here, so make sure everything's dried in here. And I'm just going to rub my hand and just very, very lightly lowering the brush. Oops, can't have it on grass, can I? Okay, and then just a tad bit of water here. So I want this to be more diluted. And then, without touching what I've already painted, go back in here and put some white marks back up in there. Now yours will probably come out better than mine because your water was darker to start with. Back here you want not a lot of detail, it's just too far away. Just gonna scuff in some white there. Okay, that makes sense. We can come back in there and put some low lights back in there later. These are highlights, obviously. Go back in and put some low lights. Liking this down here. Not liking this here. Now I'm just doing a dry brush technique. I'm just scraping the brush across and depositing just a little bit of scuffy water. So these are not, this is called a dry brush technique because obviously the brush is somewhat dry at this point. It adds a little bit of extra depth to it. Very, very lightly. Cool?